All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sulk stream. I am your host, the incredible Sulk, and I hope you guys are doing well tonight. Turn it down so you guys can hear me properly. Hopefully I have my audio levels all keyed in. So they're all properly done. They're all properly put together. They're doing well, and so am I, and hopefully so are you. Welcome to the Sulk stream, guys. What is today? Wednesday the 20th of whatever month it happens to be. I think it's August. I'm pretty sure it's August. Anyways, how's it going, guys? You good? You had a good day? Held it together? Made me proud? Made me love you? Because my love is conditional. You have to understand that it is very conditional. And if you disappoint daddy, ooh boy, you're going to get it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that. So, yeah. Tonight we're doing the Tea Party. We're doing the, not necessarily the Boston Tea Party or anything like that. Let me just explain it to you. There was recently an app that had been hacked called Tea. And it was where women talk crap about men. And yeah, it got hacked. And they had their driver's licenses and their photos, and it was really funny for the entire internet. And a lot of bitches got all uppity about it. And I thought that was really funny, so I decided we're going to do an episode on it. So, buckle up for that. It's going to be fun. It'll be whimsical, and maybe, you know what, I might throw a couple drinks on this. You know? What do you guys think about that? Why not? Anyways, guys, I think we should just hop on in and floor it and, you know, see what happens. You know, that website was programmed by retards? Probably. These are probably facts. These are definitely, probably, almost certainly facts. But anyways, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice bottle of gin or whatever you happen to, a nice cup of tea. You know, some biscuits, crumpets, whatever you happen to. Maybe you're in England. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If you're working, keep working. If you are driving, continue to drive and drive safely. And I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're listening. Anyways, yeah. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called the Tea app. Women's Gossiping Nightmare. Enjoy. By old Papa Meat. By old Papa Meat. Hey, Papa Meat. Hey, you Zoomer. Is he a Zoomer? Is he a millennial? I don't know. He looks young, but he also looks old. He's got like that Hagrid look. He's got that Hagrid appearance, right? So even if he's 23 or something like that, yeah, it's a rough 23. That's a rough 23, but, you know, I'm not here to judge or anything like that. People have phases in their lives. So let's see what Papa Meat has to say about it. How you doing, Papa?
Talking about the Tea app disaster.
Is it a disaster? I thought it was mission accomplished. And I'm not, like, on a team or anything like that. Look, I want no ill will befallen on these women and stuff like that, but there is a certain point where you just, like, I mean, come on, you're asking for it. You're just straight up asking for it. How are you not asking for it? You go on an app to trash men. You talk about very specific men. You know what? I'm going to let him talk. I'm going to let him talk a little bit more because I might not know a whole lot about the subject. Am I on the app? I kind of highly doubt that. But, I mean, I would be insanely surprised.
There's a lot going on in the world. Recently, the #1 app on the Apple App Store, Tea, just suffered a massive data leak that exposed thousands
He does look like an early life Hagrid. Like an early, when Hagrid was really into metal and stuff like that, and he would, you know, he had a band and he played bass and stuff, and yeah, he used to be cool. He had like one of those patched denim jackets and stuff like that, and he would like just chill and party and smoke a bone and have like a doobie and a beer and shit like that. And he was just a chill bruh. Hagrid at one point was just a chill bruh. And then he, some tough times happened, and now he's working as a groundskeeper at Hogwarts. And, he's going to get his ex-wife back one of these days. He will.
Users' personal data. Data breaches occur
Hey,
online
Albania,
way more
Arden
than you
Shire,
think,
Renee.
and in fact, your data has probably been
Onius,
sold hundreds of
Fat,
times already.
Geralt.
But this data leak from this specific T app is uniquely bad, kind of funny, and pathetic. It's all of these things wrapped up in one. Enough for us to be like, this is funny, let's talk about it. So, users of the T app had to basically submit pictures themselves. Or
Look at him with his, like, he's got... My mic is not as fancy as his. Mine's just black. He's got the yellow. What is this thing? A windsock? Oh, a windsock? I got a pop filter, though. I don't even know if it does anything. Pop! It doesn't do anything. But it makes me look stupid. I don't care. Yep, he's got a nice mic, and mine's just black.
driver's license, passport, all that kind of shit, to access the app itself. In 2025, more companies in the industry are moving towards the same requirements, putting way more people at risk. Data breaches happen all the...
Well, here's another thing. Look, all companies are moving towards this thing where you got to show your ID and prove who you are, because AI is becoming a very serious problem. Deepfakes are becoming a very serious problem. Do you want people hacking into your bank accounts and stuff, using a AI avatar of you? No, of course not. But this is also going to be a method of control, right? This is, there's going to be no anonymity because they don't like people being anonymous. Yeah, so it's going to be a cashless society where you have to give all your credentials to do anything, even Bitcoin and stuff. Possibly, yeah. I don't know. I remember something about Metal Gear Solid had a bit, not a bit. They were talking about this, AI, and there was cat girls involved, and yeah. So you're gonna have to show your ID for basically everything. You're on the internet. You can no longer be anonymous, or it's trending towards that. I'm sure there's plenty of websites where you can still be anonymous, but business websites, which is what we do. I mean, we bank online, we work online, we live our lives online, and so a lot of porn online, a lot of porn. You're gonna have to show your ID and stuff like that. That's killing porn companies. Good, honestly, but yeah, there was a brief time in the internet from once it was created to now where you could be completely anonymous, but those days are starting to become behind us because everyone has to start showing their IDs because the technology is getting too good and AI is getting in the way, and yeah, it is. It's the way of the future. You're going to need to be able to prove you are who you say you are. By sending in your ID or, I don't know, taking a picture of yourself. But even that, I don't even know if that's going to work. But yeah, that is what's going to happen.
Time. And now companies are just we need every bit of your information, but not only that, we need pictures of it. We need to hoard it together, which it makes sense, but good God.
Onius says, Bitcoin is everything the NWO has ever dreamed of in one world currency. Yeah, I believe that. Nobody knows who... what is the guy's name? Nakamoto something? Sashimi? I don't know. Some recipe or something. Nobody knows who that guy is. Nobody knows who that guy is, and I kind of doubt it's one guy. I would believe it's some sort of CIA or Israel-funded kind of thing or World Bank-funded thing to just control us all. And then that's the new currency we're all switching over to is Bitcoin, gay little Bitcoins. And so you can't have physical currency at all, unless you have gold. If you have gold, you have something. But Bitcoins are nothing. Bitcoins they're nothing. I'm not saying don't buy Bitcoin, don't hold Bitcoin. I'm not saying that at all. But you got to realize that they're nothing. They mean nothing. It is just numbers in a computer, and they mean absolutely nothing. So, yeah, if you, like a solar flare, they could just pull the rug tomorrow and everyone who's a Bitcoin millionaire would be automatically flat broke. Besides the stuff they already bought, which if they were smart, they'd already be in a pretty good situation. But, some people aren't smart. Some crypto bros just aren't smart. They just want to like ride the wave and then, they don't sell it till it's zero. But, yeah, here we are. It's just unsafe. At least diversify a little bit. Don't just dump everything you have into Bitcoin or other, meme coins and shit like that. If you want to gamble, be my guest. Gamble. Gambling's fun. There's nothing wrong with gambling until you gamble away everything you have and then put a pistol in your mouth. But remember, not like this. Back. You got to blow that part out. The light bulb. You don't want to blind yourself. You don't want to like disfigure yourself and then go on with life. You want to lose everything you have and then blow your brains out through the back of your mouth. Hypothetically. I'm not saying you should do that. However, if you do it right.
Additional information comes out about the
Do it
leak.
right.
It seems that it was completely preventable, and the T app was lying to its users about its data collection. No. An app...
Oneus says, I think the banks were the ones that secretly developed crypto. Me too. Me too. Yeah, me too. Look, it's no secret that the U.S. dollar is failing. A house that somebody bought for like $70,000 back in 1980 shouldn't be $1 million house, but it is. And that's not because it's becoming more valuable. It's just the dollar is becoming way less valuable. They just keep printing them and then just keep printing them and then keep printing them. And, the people who are rich want to stay rich, right? So they had to figure out a system of how they could print limitless dollars while still maintaining their own wealth. And they probably worked out this whole Bitcoin system, of which they probably own the vast majority of it. So, it is what it is. You're working in a system that is designed to enslave and like use you until you are no longer of use, and then it will eradicate you from the face of the earth. It's not a cheery. I'm not here to look. I'm Sulk, I'm not here to be cheery. I'm not here to cheer you up. I'm trying to let you guys know the situation that we're in. We're all fucked and there's no hope. That's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you for coming to my motivational speech. There is a gift shop outside. I have t-shirts. By the way, if you want to buy a t-shirt, you can do that. That's a possibility. If you want to donate to the program, I would very much appreciate that. All right, my bit is over.
Lying about the data collection? No, come on. This whole ordeal appears to be the tip of a larger iceberg that is going to be slowly...
Arden Share says there's a CIA white paper written in 2006 that outlines what we call XRP, Ripple. XRP is for sure an establishment coin. Oh, I'm very aware of XRP. I am well aware of XRP.
It's just the start of something bigger.
I'm aware of Ripple. I'm aware of the lawsuit. I've been aware of them since probably 2018.
And I don't know if we are ready for it. So let's dive in and uncover what really happened.
Cheers, motherfucking tea.
What exactly is the fucking tea app? What is it? Because when I first heard about it, I was like, is it just legitimately about tea? Which is dumb, but it's almost like tea. Tea's popular. Popular drink. Long
Tea's
time.
popping.
Get some leaves, throw it in some soup. You drink it.
Tea is nothing but broth. It is nothing but a broth. It is... I don't like tea. It's not that I won't drink tea. If you hand me tea, I'll drink the tea. It's just not... It's not my go-to, and I don't know exactly why it's so popular. Maybe because it's super cheap and it's caffeinated. I don't know. People love tea. Some people... Here in the South, people love tea. But the tea here in the South is almost Kool-Aid. It's just sugar. It's just that's just a lot of sugar. Like you sip like the sweet tea and stuff, you take a sip in that, and you're like, that was sugar. That was just all... This is a big cup of sugar. I don't want to drink this gigantic cup of sugar. That's gross. I'm going to feel like garbage after that. They love it down here. They absolutely love it. There's some of them are very deeply addicted to it.
You know, I don't know. But T-App is actually a little gossiping ass app for little catty bitches, all right? Back in 2023, CEO Sean Cook created the app after his mother kept
Sean Cook, huh?
matching with criminals on dating apps. Now,
Sean Cook interacting with criminals. So his mom was being a whore. And he was all like, I got to stop my mom being such a whore. I got to stop my mom whoring around and, like, got to get her some better guys that she's not going to, get knocked up, and that one's back in jail again. The problem is your mom. It's not the guys. The problem is your mom. She's attracted to these low-quality males. And why is it never the woman's fault? Why is it never the woman's fault? It is. It is. If you keep attracting low-quality people into your life, look inward. Look inward and be like, go to the mirror. Look at that mirror and be like, what is it about me that attracts such garbage? Or why do I find garbage so attractive? These are self issues. You're having issues with yourself, But he decided to make an app, and he's all like, I'm going to protect my mom from these criminals. They keep going to jail and then just pumping and dumping her. I'm sick of watching guys walk up to my mom's bedroom as I'm sitting there sniffing glue playing Xbox. I'm going to do something about it. That's a good son. That's a terrible mother, though.
I want to say right now, I feel
That's a
Sean's
terrible
pain.
mother.
My mom's been through hell and back, right?
Well, this is a tragically sad story.
It is sad. And, I just say don't shoot your animals.
Well, I thought it was an accident. Was it not an accident?
No, I don't think so.
Better call that bitch Dante, because she has traversed hell and came back to Earth. Wanted to save his mother from online freaks, he created what is known as a whisper network.
A whisper network to tell secrets to each other and such. Women are taking down bad men in the Me Too age. Are we still doing the Me Too thing? Are we still Me Tooing? This is 2017. That's when Me Too was firing. It was firing on all cylinders. And I don't know if you guys have seen the lady who started Me Too. Let's see. Just give me a second. In case you haven't. Person. I'm not going to call her a lady. That started Me Too. Because she's, person is honestly a little bit too generous. Because she is like, whoa. Okay, yep, that checks out. She was all like, yeah, me too, bitch. me too. Me too, right here. I get it too. Me too. Liar! You liar! You liar! You're a liar, dude. There's no fucking way. Who hired you? Who hired you, you pockmarked bitch? Your face looks like the streets of California. God damn. You ugly as sin. It's bad. Even like the ones that like try to make you look nice. You still got a big old. I don't want to go in that. I don't want to see naked pics of you. Please.
Work. Women can share their experience.
That's a female George Floyd. Yeah.
Or stories about men that they've dated or encountered. Which
Obedience says the T app is beautiful irony. It's not. Yes, it is ironic and it's poetic and stuff like that. But how did you not? As a race of women, how did you not see that coming? Like, oh, we're going to talk mad shit about a bunch of nerds on the internet, and we're going to put our photo IDs, and like our addresses that are on our photo IDs, and our pictures that are linked with what are our accounts, and then the people, all that. We're going to just dump information in there. And you know what they did afterward? They're like, that's not fair. That's not fair. Yeah, I agree. It's not fair. But what did you expect to happen, stupid? You big, stupid, dumb idiot. Onias with $1. I love it. You should watch this at some point. This is probably will destroy the world. What is this? Mirror life, the biggest threat you've never heard of.
When some of the
I don't even know. You know what? I'll watch it. Let me do this first. Let me do a little bit of this. And you know, this is kind of short. Afterwards, we'll throw this on. Okay?
Theory is cool because you could be like, this guy, he shit his pants and he was like squishing around my car. If I was a woman and wanted to know about, I would want to know that, you know, because then if he's perfectly normal, I'd be like, why do you do that? Hiding something devious.
To be honest, I thought like Tinder and Hinge and Bumble had that for women. Like secretly women
Had a feature where you could talk shit about other guys, about guys on the app and like red flag them and stuff. I know there's a female there has to be, where there's like red flags about chicks. Not that any man would ever give a shit. Like if some guy was all like, yo, this chick's got a bunch of red flags and like she's got like black kids and stuff like that. I guess there's a lot. Well, black kids is a enormous red flag. But like other less completely obvious red flags, guys would just completely ignore it and be like, oh well, I'm going in. And then the rest of the dudes are like, I salute you. And then he gets blown to bits and stuff like that. And then they just look around like, who's next? And there's everyone fucking raises their hand. That's how guys are. They're fucking war heroes in every aspect of life. Not the smartest gang, but you know, they'll get the job done. They'll get the job done. And I salute you. That's
could like
crazy.
rate you, and then that way they could like see your score inside.
Well, first off, I don't know if we're a
Rob says you don't have to call them stupid. You just call them women. Yeah, based.
rating system.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it. I didn't get it.
When I talk like this, everyone's like, oh, you dumb incel. You dumb fat incel. I have 6-pack abs and a wife and kids.
Any days back in the day. I had one date. I got
So, sucks to suck.
one review. It's a star.
Sucks to suck.
From a fucking crazy
See, I can do
person.
these things. Yeah. People always, oh, you're just some fat incel. Why is that your go-to? Why is that your go? Just because I have certain opinions about certain sets of groups of people, I must be some big fat incel that's just bitter. I don't know what you mean by bitter. It's not bitter, all right? I'm not like, oh, I just don't get picked, because it's not the case. It's just not the case. I'm just like very astute about my surroundings and how people behave, and I don't really give a shit if, you know, people don't like what I say. Go ahead, try to get me fired. You can't.
No one wants to date me.
You
know what I mean?
can't.
That could be
You
dumb.
can't do
I just
that.
thought it was something where it's just like messaging or whatever. And be like, oh, yeah.
I'm
it's
impervious.
a weird story. This guy just shit his pants on our date or something.
What if it was a one-off? If I shit my pants, I don't want women telling other women.
Renee says it makes them feel better if you're a fat weirdo instead of a normal happy dude. Yeah, they don't like that. They usually don't say anything back because I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I will, like all day long. I feel like I'm pretty good at Twitter. I feel like I'm fairly witty. I can come up with comebacks better than most of the platform. And please do respond, because I will sit there and I will argue with you all day long. I will waste your time. And you can't waste my time. You can't. I mean, you can, but I'm here for you. I'm here to help you realize how stupid you're fucking being. So I'm more than happy to do so. You know?
My pants.
Well, then it becomes every date, which this is kind of how it is anyways, but every date is just is basically a job interview.
Yeah.
So what happened with the shit your pants thing? I'm sick.
Drank too much chocolate milk.
Really, yeah, exactly. Drank a lot of chocolate milk and some cheese. I was just nervous.
What was that shot? What was that? Who videos themselves on the toilet? Like, here I am. Oh my god, it hurts. God, that tikka masala is fucking killing me. Oh my god. Oh god. And it's just like alive. It's like real windy. Hi, everybody. Oh, my God. Sweat. Who does that? Who's doing that? What kind of monster does that? Like, I like my privacy. And I understand there's a difference because, like, they're not actually in the room with you, like, smelling the smells and stuff like that. But is that what you want to be famous for? Is just your poops and how, like, whoa.
But this app is not the first of its kind and is one of numerous groups.
Taylor says poop streamers do it all the time. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't fucking tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me poop streamers exist. Don't tell me that. See, John, you're just a shit streamer, not a poop streamer. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. What's better? How much do poop streamers make? Do they make shit? Shut up.
Groups where women can go online and share information. Apps like Are We Dating the
Rob
Same?
says, I have a wife, 3 kids, and more to come, not fat, and mid-appearance. Congratulations. Men don't need to be attractive. They don't. Men need to be useful. They need to be muscular. They may need to make a good amount of money and, like, you know, be useful. Be, you know, useful. We don't have to necessarily be pretty. Pretty guys are gay, and I kind of hate them.
Guy and nationwide.
And not out of jealousy or anything like that. It's just like, you're just... Nah, you just... I know, like... Ew. It's very off-putting. It's a very feminine trait. And, ew.
Facebook groups of the same name all offer the same service, except the T app has a slight twist. Basically, women can create profiles of men and explain why they're a red flag.
Taya says, I bet you have a job in teeth, too. To Rob. Look who's got it all. Mr. Full Mouth of Teeth. La-dee-da. I'm sorry I spent my youth cracking open Mountain Dews with my one twofer. Just crack. Or like opening cans of beans with it. Like that. I was too poor to afford a can opener.
Other women can chime in with their own stories and vote using red or green flags, like Reddit's upvotes and downvotes. That seems a bit.
That's fucked up.
Tiny dick. But he paid for the green flag. He had some money. Whatever.
Oh, that wasn't a real one. That wasn't a real one. I'd be like, God damn. Is this app still up? Is this app still up? I gotta look. Dating safety for women. How use T2. Oh, use T2. Okay. I'm like, I must be retarded. Background checks, the movement, navigating. No one's going on this shit anymore, and they won't let me in. I know they won't let me in because I'm a man. And, but yeah, they're probably, no one's going in there now. You remember that Ashley Madison website where, like, men got the opportunity to cheat on their wives? And it was just it was a guaranteed hookup if you paid a certain amount of money, which is prostitution. It's prostitution. Remember how that site got hacked and stuff like that? And women were cheering that. And I'm not saying that was the wrong thing. I mean, you kind of deserve that. But then you do it back to them, and they're like, this is awful. This is, you just can't let us have anything. It's just very, they don't understand. They can't see the parallel. You know, you're hypocrites. You're all hypocrites. But you don't realize it. And your brains don't. And if somebody were to explain this to you, you'd act like you understand, but on a real deep level, you would not.
Imagine someone just be like, has a small dick and then like just ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Well, some women like that.
Oh, that's true. You know, be kind of people would probably be looking through red flag categories. Be like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I like that.
I like
Oh,
that.
hell yeah. The crazy bitches? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Also, a lot of them were so fat, dude, so fat. And like, they had no experience with these men, but they just wanted to hop on the bandwagon too. God, I want to see. Look, I want to see if I can find T app users pick. I'm trying to find the actual thing I saw on the old internet. If somebody could track that down for me and like pop it in the chat, I would appreciate that. You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Because some of these chicks are fucking dogs. Like, absolute dogs. Like, you're throwing red flags out. I mean, like, bitch, God. You're awful. You're just... And maybe you're a very sweet, like, lovely girl. I doubt that 100%, especially if you're on this app. But, like, you look like dog shit. You look like fucking, like, hot dog shit.
Abusive.
Yeah, exactly. Chokes and binds.
Chicks love Ted Bundy. You know how many bitches fell in love with Ted Bundy just because he murdered people? What about that Luigi guy? The Luigi Mangione that shot the CEO. You know how many chicks wanted to bang him after he killed somebody? And it's not... Look, I'm not saying whether he should have or should not have. I'm not going to get on board with that kind of argument. Women like murderers. Women just like murderers. They like criminals and stuff like that. There's like a tough appeal and stuff, so when they say, why do I always attract trash? It's because you're attracted to trash. You're attracted to criminals because it's your fault. But you can say that till you're blue in the face, and then it's just going to, in one ear and out the other, nothing.
Further protections, such as being unable to screenshot within the app and requiring female IDs for sign-up, ensured that it was an exclusive only women's club. Boo!
Jeez.
Rob says, my wife's biggest flaw is the inability to have someone criticize her. Do you think that stops her from doing that? No, I don't. And me, as also a married man, know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know,
We can bond on that. We can bond on that because I kind of thought that was a universal thing because criticizing women is just like, who does that? Not because they don't deserve criticism. They absolutely do. It's just because it doesn't do any good. You can criticize them all you want. It's not going to affect their behavior in any way. They might, I don't know what they're going to do. It's just not, there's no use to it. It's just a pointless endeavor. It is a exercise in futility. If you want to burn your calories and waste your breath on trying to be like, you know what? This is a constructive criticism. And like, I'm still your best friend and I'm behind you 100%. But maybe you shouldn't set cats on fire. Should be like, that's nonsense. Dumping gasoline on cats.
Don't keep it on it.
Obviously, that's a hypothetical. I mean, I'm not dating a bitch that sets cats on fire for very long.
In theory, this system would allow women to stay away from catfish and predators, and as it grew in popularity, it seemed to do just that. But in late July of 2025, the app...
But I will. Because I bet she's crazy in the sack. There is that thing, dude. Like, the crazier they are in the day-to-day, the crazier they are in the sack. This is a scientific fact. I think there's been papers. Literally, there has been papers published that crazier women are better in bed. Like, by scientists. I think a guy won the Nobel Prize for it.
Are you saying I'm good in bed?
Hey, can you make me a drink?
A drink?
Can you make me a gin and tonic?
Are you
Thank you. She is pretty crazy.
exploded inside a 525% increase in its downloads. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram were used to promote the app, and tons of young women were instantly hooked, spilling all kinds of gossip and tea like that. Isn't this, well, no, I guess it's not. I was gonna say, isn't this what Zuckerberg did? But didn't that motherfucker just be like, would you
Zuckerberg didn't do anything. He stole that website off of it was a set of twins. They made Facebook. I forget their names, but they became wildly successful themselves. They were two like genius twins that went to Harvard. And then Zuckerberg was like, I'm going to steal your website. And he pulled it off, so yeah.
Yeah, probably. She's a dog. And like, whatever. So it's not really that, but let me ask you this, Nick, just to have it out there. Listen, I'm a local feminist.
Me too.
We all are. If men had an
What's a local feminist? What does that mean?
app like this, would it be seen another way?
They made it at a response.
How's the response been?
Oh, men love it.
No. Is it considered misogynistic?
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Okay.
Well, what's it called? And like, I want to peruse it and stuff like that. I'm sure the security is a lot less tight. They're not going to be like, you have to prove you're a man to be on this app because there's a lot of weird girls out there that just want to cause trouble. I doubt it's like that. It's not. Look, apps like this are like bathrooms. No one gives a shit if you go in the men's room, but the women's room the security's pretty tight. Because have you ever been in a women's room? There's like couches and there's like an ice cream bar and I think there's like exercise machines or something like that. There's a yoga class going on or something. And then just like a lot of stalls. They're just stalls. No urinals. That's how I knew I was in the wrong one. I was like, oh shit, there's a couch in here? This is luxurious. Where are the urinals?
That's just a little double standard, all right? Because maybe I want to fucking be like, yeah, she dips Lay's chips in ketchup. Red flag!
She doesn't know what a chicken is. I had a date like that. A duck flew in front of my...
Thank you. Yes, so... Yep, that's poison. I've been poisoned by her yet again. Arsenic. It's just a little bit of arsenic because she does this thing where she slowly poisons me. She can't like rat poison me because then it's just going to be too obvious. But little bits of arsenic in my food over years, perhaps. And then I'm just going to slowly wither away and die. And then, yeah, no one's going to know what happened to me.
Our card. She said, ooh, look, a chicken.
Chips and ketchup fucking Brits. I don't know if that's a British thing. Is it? I know the Canadians like those all-dressed chips, and I think that's like ketchup flavored.
Start texting. Does it know what a chicken or duck? That's a chicken or a duck. Does not understand the concept of bird. That's only fair.
It's a food bird, all right? Generalized food bird. There you go. I covered all your chickens, your ducks, your quails, your skunks, or not skunks. Skunks are some sort of rat. But pigeons. Emus? I don't know. Food bird. General food bird. I don't care. They all taste the same. All right? Some have little distinct things and stuff. They all lay eggs and they're all good. They all taste good.
That's only fair. Tea should be for both. You know what? Goddamn, I'm tired of it being teas just for the gays and women. Why the fuck can't I say tea? Tea. I want to drink some tea.
Spill the tea, sister.
I want to spill the tea. Let me spill the tea. The bitch dips her Lay's chips in ketchup. And she can't identify.
That's not even hot tea. That's not even hot tea. Hot tea would be like she gets pregnant on purpose just for the abortions. I'd be like, go on. She does what now? Specifically buy black guys because she's racist? Because she wants to kill black babies specific. Whoa! Whoa! This bitch sound. I gotta meet this chick. I gotta meet.
Bird. I'm not saying a toucan. Here's what I'm saying. Can't delineate a chicken or a duck. Red flag. She smelt great, didn't know what a chicken was. That's what I mean. Is that not only fair? And I just spilled the tea. It's all over.
Imagine being so racist you intentionally get knocked up by black people just to kill the baby. That is another level. That is another level, dude. That is like, that's going too far. Like, I'm all up for fun and games and stuff. And, like, you know, racism is funny. I mean, it is for me. But, like, when you get to that level, that shit ain't funny. That is a mental disorder. You are broken. Deeply broken.
Where I spilled it. That's all I'm saying. Wait! We want to thank today's sponsor, Gamer Subs, our longest, most beautiful sponsors on this channel.
Why does this motherfucker look so old but so young at the same time? What is your diet? Strictly Carl's Jr.? Is this just like you live on the Chick-fil-A? No, because Chick-fil-A isn't even that bad. It's got to be that greasy shit. He's got to be on that greasy shit.
You can go to gamersubs.gg and get our own flavor, raw meat. That's right, baby. It's one of the best. I'm going to say it's the best right now, and I think I need you to try it right now.
Please tell me that's just hamburger meat. That's just raw ham. You unscrew the cap, and it's raw hamburger meat you put into like a fucking protein shake mixer, and it's all red. And you guzzle it down. Yeah. Then you're powered up. Yeah! Over 9,000! And then you're like fucking lifting like 80 pounds. You're benching like 80 pounds. Dude, I see people like that who fucking like gear up with pre-workouts and protein shakes and, you know, have like muscle shirts and stuff like that and then get on the bench and they lift like 80 pounds. I'm like, well, at least you're here, bro. I don't want to be that guy. You know, that's like trashing on people, but like, come on. Look, my main problem in the gym is people who sit on the machines on their phones like this. I'm like, dude, get off the fucking machine. I want to use that machine. Get up. Get up. But I don't tell them that. I don't say that because that would be rude, right? And I don't want to be like, hey, brah. Hey, brah. It's not nice. So I just go use another machine. Because I'm not a fucking dickhead. Okay? I'll just go use another machine. And I'll come back to that machine on another day. Because he's obviously very busy on Twitter or something like that. Just like, bro, get the fuck up. But whatever. I'm going to be cool about it. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be okay. This was specifically back day. All right, this back on arms, and you're on the fucking machine. You're on the rowing machine, and I'm like, get up.
Keto friendly, sugar free, and there's non-caffeinated options if you have a little quail heart. It's too much.
Renee says, I love racism, bro. Dabs.
For you. But also, Gamer Subs right now has carbonated energy drinks. Move over, Red Bull. There's a new sheriff in town.
It's just
They
egg.
got all kinds
It's
of
just
flavors
egg whites in there. Just a can full of egg whites.
right now, guys. Let me tell you, if raw
It's tough to drink, right? Especially if you leave them in your hot car, like over like a couple of days, then they kind of like congeal and like solidify. But if you're a man, you'll just fucking chew through that thing. You like bite the top of the can off like Popeye and just comes out in a long white cylindrical thing. Delicious. That's how you get your protein in.
meat keeps going the way it is, they're wanting to put that little bitch in a can and sell it as well. So be sure to check out my flavor, raw meat, and also if you're unironically just wanting like a carbonated energy drink or more of the shaken energy drinks type stuff, Gamers.
Why is this homeboy selling fucking like energy drinks and like protein shakes and stuff like that? Why is this homeboy doing that? I mean, he got 3 million subs, so I'm not like, get your money, make your money and shit like that. You're obviously doing pretty well because like you got a girl and you got her pregnant and stuff like that. So like looking at you, you must be making good money. Also 3 million subs. But like, why not like keychains or something like that? I don't know. Xbox controllers. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to do your business. You do you. You do you. You're obviously very successful, so congratulations.
Subs is the way to go. It's fucking awesome. It is a very, very nice product. So thank you so much to Gamer Subs for continuously sponsoring these channels. And hey, go check them out. You can get free samples. If you like big anime titty cups, they do tons of drops with different creators. It's just a
Big
nice thing
anime
for if you're a
titty
fan of
cups.
online content, and if you're needing a little extra.
Big anime titty cups. All right, Onia's dropped us a video. Let's see what we got.
Do you want to feel so energetic? Try Power Thirst. Energy drinks for people who need gratuitous amounts of energy. With all new flavors like chocolate. Chocolate energy.
Chocolate. I like that. I like this heart attack in a can type of thing. When I take an energy drink, I want to be worried for my health. I want to be like, am I going to die? I can feel my heart beating. I'm not even touching my chest. I can feel my heart beating in my eyes. That's the kind of energy I crave. Chocolate.
It's like adding chocolate to an electrical store. Sound the alarm. You're gonna be uncomfortably energetic. What's that? You want strawberry? Well, how about raw berry? Made with
Uncomfortably energetic is like, it kind of seems like, you ever eaten an edible and then you've been way too high and then you're like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be this high. Can I no longer be this high? I want that kind of energy drink where it's just like, I'm freaking out a little bit. Am I okay? Are we okay? Am I okay? No, you're not. You're having a tiny, tiny, very small stroke.
lightning, real lightning, sports. You'll be good at them. It's an energy drink for men. Energy. These aren't your dad's puns. These are energy puns. Turbo puns.
Okay.
Science,
Okay.
energy, electrolytes, turbo lights, power lights, more.
I love the bro science too. There's a lot of bro science out there. By the way, if you spend a lot of time looking at bro science forums, that shit'll get you killed. That shit'll get you killed. Them's ain't scientists. Them's bros who'd be like, yo, I could shoot like, 2 grams of Deca a day and I've been fine. Don't do that. Don't do that. You might be fine for a week. Hey, but you might look like this guy. I don't know. I'm not a scientist either. I'm just another bro.
Lights that your body has room for. You'll be so fast, Mother Nature will be like, slow down. And you'll be like, fuck you, and kick her in the face with your energy legs. You'll have so much energy. Just running all the time. Power running, power lifting, power sleeping, power dating, power eating, power laughing, power spawning babies. You'll have so many babies. 400 babies.
400? 400 babies?
Give chocolate
That's
to your
them's Genghis Khan numbers. That's good numbers.
babies, and they'll be good at sports. Make your babies run abnormally fast. They'll run as fast as Kenyans. People will
Oh, no. Can we have some sort of, not Kenyans, please?
watch them running and think they're Kenyans. They'll race as fast as Kenyans against actual Kenyans, and
Okay, whoa. Let's reel in the Kenyans, all right?
it'll be a tie, and they'll get deported back to Kenya. Hey, go with the sure thing. Don't gamble on your energy. Snake eyes. Try Power Thirst, the energy drink that will make you sword.
Baby is already in a gang, says background noise. Yeah, but he's like the buff one. He's that guy. He's the buff baby.
5'2",
Energy boost.
eyes of blue.
He's the buff baby.
So thank you so much for Gamer Subs for sponsoring this video, and back to the video.
No, they just run as fast as Kenyans, I think. That's impossible. Unless you're a true blue Kenyan, you cannot run as fast as a Kenyan. Look, I will give credit where credit is due. Kenyans can't like build societies or establish families or like do basic math or anything like that, but they can run like shit. I'm going to let them have that. I can't run like a Kenyan. I will never ever be able to run like a Kenyan. I can't do math like an Asian. I understand what the world is. I'm not, I'm different from other people. I'm not just going to fit every mold and shit like that. Women can't be firefighters. This is a fact. This is a fact. Or airline pilots. Another fact. But Kenyans can run. I will give that to Kenyans. Kenyans can run. Everyone's got their special thing. And this is Kenyans. Don't take that from them. This is all they have. They don't even have clean drinking water. And you want to take the running from them? No. Kenyans, that's yours. Keep it. That's your cat with your long ass legs and your freakish inhuman bodies walking around look like Siren Head. Fucking just let them have that. That's all I'm saying. Let them have that.
Now, millions of women were sharing their experiences and gossiping about the men in their lives. Wow, it might seem like a paradise. A lot of men were very upset with the app. And by a lot of men, I think it's just guys who are
upset. Why are you upset? Why do you give a shit? You're upset that a bunch of women are talking shit to each other? You're going to be pretty upset your entire life then, bro. You're going to be pretty upset your entire life. That cannot be the proper, upset? I wouldn't be upset by that. I'm used to that. I would be upset if it didn't happen. I would be worried. I'd be like, what happened? Is everybody okay? Is everyone doing all right? That's what women do. They just talk shit to each other. It means nothing. They're just talking to talk. Who gives a shit? It's not like they're going to change the world ever.
I think who have already a bit of hatred anyways.
Yeah, towards the female race.
Right. Which honestly, you know what? Every single man, I think they kind of do. If there's something there, if you're a single man out there, I think there's a little hate in your heart. Just a little bit.
I don't have an ounce of hate in my heart towards women. Not even a little bit. What I have in my heart is reason and logic. Okay? I understand women. I've seen the way they move and they react and how they, manipulate and stuff like that. And I study them like gazelle. I don't hate lions on the savannah because sometimes they eat some people. I study the lion. I appreciate the lion. I keep my fair distance. It's not about hatred. It is a fascination. It is a fascination. I am the Sarah Goodall of bitches. The Jane Goodall. Whatever, Sarah Goodall. Why not Sarah? Just call her Sarah.
Especially because they couldn't
I don't know why I said that. Jane Goodall.
Join and see what was being said about him. And most of the female users of the app thought that the men reacting this way were just being childish.
Hey, Amanda. Happy birthday for Amanda. Happy birthday, Amanda. I'm not going to sing you happy birthday, but happy birthday to you.
Why did this anger so many people? Why did the app fucking make people so livid? It's understandable that an app for women... God. It's understandable that an app made for women could restrict men, but what's driving so many men to try and join? As it turns out, many users on the T app were allegedly making false claims about specific men. And furthermore, the core component of the app involves users creating profiles of men without their consent.
I'd hate that. Take my Tinder profile, and then when women see...
So, wait, they would be making... What? What? I'm sorry, what was exactly happening? They were making fake profiles of men? How is that even possible? Don't you have to, give your ID and stuff? I don't know. Let's listen on. I want to listen more. Again, no hatred. It's not about hatred. I'm studying them. The Sarah Goodall method.
my Tinder profile, they're not going to swipe.
They're fucking me up from getting some pussy.
Exactly.
Couch says he just observes me like a scientist. $20 and he'll play a happy birthday song. And then Amanda chimes in with a fucking $20. Love you, John, and mostly Jess. I'm not going to do the happy birthday song, but thank you for the $20.
Because at the end of the day, if there's not even a snowball's chance in hell, I'm getting pussy.
You know what? You know what I'm going to do? Since you do donate pretty well, I'm gonna throw you a bone here. Here, you guys watch this. I'm gonna see if I
I'm
can
gonna
find
kill
something.
myself. It's what Matt thinks of them guys are saying. Some of the men these women were discussing were definitely deserving of the criticism, right? Not everyone's a perfect little flower. However, there's no filter or fact checking for claims, so anything could be said about anyone with no.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do for Amanda, since it is her birthday and she does donate so well, and we appreciate our cult members. So I'm gonna play Coco Melon, the birthday song. Happy birthday to our very own Manda. What are you, 52? 53? You don't look a day past 52. We're just watching a little Coco Melon. I hate Coco Melon. I hate Coco Melon with everything I have in my dark, dark soul. And trust me, it drives me absolutely insane to listen to this right now. So I hope you appreciate what I'm doing for you, Amanda. I thought they don't even sing happy birthday. Oh no. I fucking despise Coco Melon. Amanda says she's mad at me now. Okay, all right. Can I stop? Can I please fucking stop? Oh my god, I hate Coco Melon so much. Oh my god, I hate Coco Melon. Never again, Jess. Never again. I mean, we did it with our first, but then after like hearing Coco, never again. Never fucking. I fucking hate Coco Melon. I can't even be more clear about it. I despise Coco Melon. It's some sort of CIA mind control op because. You know they don't even have writers. They make AI write all their episodes because it's just
no consequences. And as soon as this was discovered, men started gaining access to see what the was going on. Some ended up successfully getting on because guess what? There's a thing called Google, and you can be like, woman, and just download a picture and fake an ID in your end.
That's actually what people are doing because the Britain law, you have to show like your face. People are using Norman Reedus' face from Death Stranding 2.
That's pretty funny. Norman Reedus. Okay, he's got a lot of accounts. There was a instance of a guy that had his entire face tattooed. He had like scales or something weird on his face. And he couldn't get into his pornography because they thought he was wearing a mask. And so he was very upset by that. Maybe you should work on your life, bro. If you tattoo your entire face, like blackout, there were like scales or something. I forget what exactly. He tattooed his entire face. And he's all like, why can't I watch my porn? Bro. Are you sure this is how you want to live your life? This is how you want to do the ride? Like that? Fucking... Really? Bro. Amanda says, how did Funky Town not come up with a Shrek 2 discussion on Daywave? Y'all let me down. I don't control that. That's not mine. I don't control that.
Because it looks so realistic.
And on TikTok, numerous men have made videos explaining their distaste for the app and the slander that has been said about them. One man found out through a friend that he was listed on the app where multiple women had claimed he was a fresh off the boat.
Oh, the racism, the casual racism. That's casual racism. Look, a lot of chicks like speak out against racism, like are very leftist and stuff like that. But in their own little groups, they can be pretty racist.
Speak good English and would stare at women until they got uncomfortable. They also claimed
that's
that he was
Mexicans. Mexicans do that. Mexicans like stare. Honey, right? She knows I'm right.
Door knocker. What the f is a door knocker? But in reality, he owned a door-to-door home consultation service.
Well, that is my business. I door knock on people. I have a home service company, so I have
Okay, he is kind of fresh off the boat.
to door knock on people. That's what I do for a living.
Oh, they're saying that he was a...
Yeah, he'd go up and knock on the door. Ew, creepy.
Yeah, he's a door-to-door salesman, which I would say that would make my pussy all dry, too. I'll say that right now. I hate...
I know you don't have a pussy, dude, but that thing would be fucking gross.
that
shit would
I
be...
like how they're just like, oh, wait, you two? What?
That shit would be a mess. You know, you'd be like, he'd wear too much makeup and stuff like that and, like, love DoorDash. He would love... Like, if this was a bitch, she'd be a leg beard. This is a leg beard bitch.
Are you a millionaire? No? Ew! Red flag! The lies have gotten so out of hand that the app was used to...
Homeboy's a millionaire, though, so...
Read rumors of a serial killer in Detroit. It's so sick. It's so awesome. Shortly after the breach occurred, posts began to surface online claiming a serial killer dubbed the Teabag Killer was on the loose in Detroit and had already murdered.
The teabag killer. So like he like gets a kill and he fucking like dips his balls in like people's mouths and stuff. It's like kissing Kate from Holes, right? Instead of a lipstick kiss on the forehead, there's just balls. It's just balls. This is my calling card. I struck again. We just have a pubic hair.
5 women. According to the post, women who had exposed men in their lives.
Thought. My friend and I had a whole conversation of all the ways Indian people bother us today. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And, yeah, they bother me too. I don't like Indians. Typically, not that there aren't. Well, let's see. I have to like go through my mind and be like, no, I met a cool one. I met a cool one before. But out of 2 billion, that's low. That's pretty low. You think there would be more cool ones?
On the T app,
most of them are stinky.
Were found murdered with Lipton tea bags stuffed inside their mouths. See, I was like, I believe this, but I'm like, the Lipton tea, you got too far.
It's very Batman villain.
It's very, but that makes it awesome.
The Teabag Killer. This is what you get for saying about me, bitch. Yeah, I'm a door-to-door salesman.
You! Yeah. Do you think he like waits for them to get home? Like the lights are off, pick up their purse to throw their keys in the thing. The light turns on, he's just sitting in the chair with a glass of tea.
Yeah.
There's a cup of tea. Or no, what? Okay, so like you're just sitting there and you're sleeping in your bed, and then you just hear the tea kettle start going off, and then that's how you know you're gonna die. Just, and then you're fucking dead before you're all. And then he's like, "Tea's on, stop." That's the way to go. If I go, I want to be murdered brutally. I don't want to fucking die peacefully in my bed. That's fucking gay. Some gay ass shit.
What I will think will be cool though is that if the teabag killer he kills him, I'm not advocating for women to die. I'm just saying in the Batman context, right?
Yes.
Clip it.
Batman context. If there was a serial killer, he killed somebody, and then when they're dead, he fills the dead mouth with hot water and then leaves a tea bag in it. So when the cops come, it's a freshly thing. They're like,
and then they sip it out. No, they wouldn't do that. They'd be like, good thing I have my forensic straw. Chamomile.
mouths all burned up.
Chamomile. It's sleepy time tea. Okay.
Sick, actually. The teabag killer. You know, the post continued by saying that a victim, whose identity was concealed by local news, had received a picture of a box of tea with her name on it. Supposed images of the murderer were...
Oh, is that him? That's a little racist. I'm going to go ahead and... It's a little racist. Does he have to be black? Because I pictured him as a British guy. With like a bowler hat and like a cane and stuff and a monocle. I mean, I guess he could still be black. It's just a little racist. It's a little racist. And okay, you do you. It's your story. It's your story.
Beginning to surface online. And it wasn't long before the story went viral and women on the...
Are there any clubs, Thought says, are there any clubs you can join to discuss your closeted racism? Me? You're not talking to me. Perhaps were we to get special outfits, I would love to ride a horse. Okay, I know what you're doing. You're doing an entire thing where the burning cross and everyone wears sheets and stuff like that. Okay, I'm in. Let's go and do our hate crimes, you know.
The T app in Detroit began to live in fear and contact police with potential suspects, which is also kind of dumb. I think I know who it is. It's like a completely fake person. I dated a guy, red flag, bird kind of thing. Yeah, he was upset that I didn't know what a chicken was. Next, detectives quickly got to work.
Food bird.
Determined that the whole thing was a hoax, and the pictures and media association with the killer were all deep fakes of people.
If you're not looking...
Yeah, that was clearly AI.
These deep fakes can be tricky to spot.
Yeah, if you're a boomer. If you're a boomer, they're tricky to spot. But if you're like anybody under the age of 60, you can look. My father-in-law sends me he's like, look at this flower from South America. They call it an ape flower, like an ape orchid. And it's just it's a flower that looks like a monkey. I'm like, this is AI, dude. This is AI. And then he's like, oh. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, oh my God, dude. Boomers are screwed. Boomers are absolutely screwed. They're going to get taken for a ride, and most of them already have. Like, they've been scammed out of millions of dollars. Some of them. Like, individuals have. But, like, as a collective, as a group, they've probably been scammed for billions at this point. Billions and billions. God, they just believe stuff, and you can't talk them out of it because they all think they're geniuses. What is up with that? Like, do you even realize how naive you are? Do you understand? Like, when you were our age, did you listen to 65-year-old men? Like, they knew everything that was going on? You're doing that now. You realize you're doing that now? Just because you have $1 million house that you bought for like $25 and like a handful of strawberries, it doesn't mean you're a fucking genius, dude. You're getting taken for a ride. But okay, whatever. Go ahead. Keep on sending money to Angelina Jolie, you big genius.
None of it was real.
No, it's really her. Look, see, she's talking to me right now. I love you so much, Larry. It's like that kind of bullshit. Like, you're like, God, dude. And AI is really good, and they have no idea what a computer is. They think a computer is something that takes up the entire house. Like, it's a giant thing with like spinning wheels and servos, and there's like tubes in it, and you have to throw a giant switch and stuff, and then lightning comes down and like powers the whole thing, and then you get like a receipt with a fucking answer on it. It's not. That was a whole bit. Obviously, they don't think like that. They know computers are, but still, being a little hyperbolic, but you get what I'm saying. They're very naive, and you can't tell them this. You just can't. They have no idea what things are. They're just lost in darkness constantly. And if you try to point that out to them, they get angry with you. They get mad. Like, well, fuck you. All right.
But I just want to say again, it's fucked up to even assume that you're like, I think I know. How fucked up is that? Not only
Honey, I'm going to need another one of these. I can't hear it because I'm putting the baby back down, but it's not a sex cult. Oh, she can't. Somebody in the chat tell her I need another drink.
all these men, angels, being shamed or defamed online without their knowledge, but they're also being doxxed. Multiple screenshots of people's personal phone numbers, emails, or social media accounts, and even home addresses were leaked on the app, putting many in actual danger. That's fucked up. Also, why are you sharing that? This is where I live. Seriously, don't go there. Within the app itself, users could pay for background checks and criminal records of the people they were talking about. I want to say that's kind of a...
Really? That's pretty invasive. That's intrusive. I mean, like, dang. So you have like what? You have like, damn. That's really bad. That's very intrusive. So do you have like social security numbers and addresses and stuff with these people? Whoa. Okay, I can see why this place got hacked. Because what they were doing was like unethical. What they were doing was like deeply unethical.
A fun feature.
I was going to say, background checks though.
A background check to be like, is this person a criminal? Because he's like, honestly, I can't wait. Yes, that's awesome. Just for fun.
No, Amanda, tell her. Don't be John needs a drinky poo. Say couch turfing. Get John a drink. Message her. Jess, get me a drink. Get me a drink. She's got a fucking mouth on her boob right now. It's my son, so I'm not worried about it, but
I'm just gonna pay the $5. Hey, so this guy actually strangles dogs. Our date's going to the pound.
Onia says they like their cave shadows. The boomers, I mean. That's actually a very good. That's a very good turn of phrase. Yeah, they like their imagination. They like the false world that they believe is because in their little cave with their shadows, they're geniuses. They're hard workers, they're geniuses, and they deserve everything that they have. But everybody out here in the real world knows the truth. They plundered the country and then squandered every bit of fucking hope and dream of just so they could be rich. The criminals at best, but not even like good ones. They're just, and they're very, very, very naive. You can't tell them this though. You just can't. It's just not possible because they're like, well, my house is worth a lot, so that means I'm right. Okay. Okay.
Animal shelter. She looks at her dog. He's looking back up at him. If you thought that was bad, it gets even worse. The things that are said on the app are pretty fucking strange.
Thought says, you don't insinuate Indian and sex in the same club. I feel assaulted. I mean, Indians will do that.
Honestly. In a private text conversation.
That's what Thought said. Yeah, there's a sex cult. No Indians allowed. No Indians.
Was trying to warn another of how she would get
Dude, we're going to piss off some Indians with this one. I don't care. Good. No Somalians either. I don't like those people either.
Blood tested because a man she slept with had some sort of STD, right? Instead of being concerned, she was more interested in the size of his dick and ignored the blood check altogether. Yeah, but was it huge? Was it huge? She's like, no, but seriously, it's like rashy. I have like bumps. But how big was it?
Do you have a picture?
You have a picture of it and his address. Please tell me. A woman in Baton Rouge.
She's like, yeah. And it's not even erect. It's just pulled out. It's like stretched. It's not erect. He just grabbed it and he stretched it. Right there. Geek. Yeah. You ever see that one? It's just, you're going to pull it out. The old stretcheroo. And, mine's not like that long. This is like 2 feet from my fucking thing. I'm trying to do this for like theatrical kind of a performance thing. My dick isn't 2 feet long. Okay. It's just like, it's much shorter than that. But the old stretcheroo, right? Because I mean, like when it's not erect, it's like it's Play-Doh-y. It's like Stretch Armstrong. You can really get some length on it. Like that. Like don't tug it hard, but anyway.
Rouge posted to the app asking if anyone knew of a man named Jaden, with the woman chiming in to talk about how they got eaten out by him. Hey, do you guys know Jaden like him? Yeah, he eats pussy good. Well, if it's Baton Rouge, it's like, I ate my pussy like a crawdad. Shuck.
That was funny, bro. That's funny. That was pretty funny. I'm going to give you that. That shit's pretty funny. That's nasty. Probably tasted pretty similar, too.
Fucking sucked, ladies. Right out of it. Come on. Hey, you know what? I'm texting him again. Jaden, you get your ass over here.
Man, it says, couch surfing, you have any time to get John a drink, he's requesting it. I know. And she's like putting the baby down and stuff like that. I'm like, honey, there's like more important things than our baby.
Different man named Mookie came under fire after a woman asked for.
I'm just being real here, all right? We're going to have more.
The tea on him, right? The replies were all over the place. One woman said that he had a small dick, his breath stank, and he couldn't hold his liquor. Uh-oh.
What does can't hold his liquor mean? What does that mean? Does that mean he gets too drunk? Or like he doesn't drink enough? What does that mean? Can't hold his liquor.
Okay. The reviews are in. Not good. Another user said he slept on a mattress on the ground, and others were asking for his social media.
Dick little, can't hold his liquor.
Can't hold his liquor. Dick is small. I feel you, brother. Breath stank. I feel you, man, too. Need to brush my teeth more. Slept on an air mattress. I did that in college, too, buddy.
Nothing wrong. I don't mind that.
I never really mind the whole. To me, if you have a bed frame, just storage. I don't have a lot of stuff. I just throw the bed on the ground.
Japanese people sleep on the floor. So.
And what's the most beautiful country in the world?
Japan.
Yeah.
Yes. So these women are.
There you go. Sleep on the ground. Sleep on the floor. Men can sleep on the floor. Women have to have like nice sheets and stuff like that, and a million pillows on the bed, and it has to be just so and stuff like that. And I'll fucking curl up in the sink like a cat, and I'll be like, I'm good. That's just a man thing. I mean, like I'll do as little as possible. Like when I had an apartment, I did as little as possible to make my place comfortable. I had to do the bare minimum, where I had like a blanket and then like a box, like a flattened refrigerator box that I slept on. And the part time I break danced on it too. So I was b-boying a lot.
Or
B-boying a lot. Stupid.
But people are not just commenting on men. Sometimes they impersonate other women. A woman posted a picture of the T app to her Instagram, asking others to report an account that was impersonating her and asking about her husband. How fucking creepy is that? Women are not the only ones impersonating each other. Men are now putting on wigs and getting access to the app.
All right, fellas, I'm in. I broke the barrier, bitch. I had to put on a wig and all type of shit. Bitch, I'm in, bitch.
90s hacker voice. I'm in. But he's black, though, so, yo, I'm in. I don't know. That's pretty funny. It must have been super easy.
Hell yeah. And it seemed almost inevitable that someone would eventually gain access. And now, all the women who trusted it to keep them safe have been exposed in a massive, massive data breach. On Friday, July 25th of this year, a user from 4chan hacked into the T app, downloading...
Good old 4chan. Good old 4chan looking out. Looking out for the bros of 4chan. I kind of wish I'd spent more time on 4chan. I just can't use that site. I don't know how to use it. And, like, every time I have used it, I've been like, what the fuck is going on here? What is this about? What is this entire thing about? Like poll? Have you ever, like, what the fuck, dude? There's some dark stuff on 4chan. There's some dark stuff on 4chan.
Over 72,000 user photos, private DMs, and driver's licenses, only to then leak them all online. And a few days later, that same person would perform another hack and leak...
How you doing, bud? You doing good? Good to see you.
Over 1.1 million private messages. These DMs included sensitive information like phone numbers and home addresses, along with topics covering things like abuse and abortion, all kinds of just
If I gave you guys Jess's phone number, would you text her and tell her I need a drink?
Oh shit, right? Once the breach hit the news, people began to dig into how this was possible and revealed that the T app had a lot of flaws.
Poll beat the commies. I don't know. Is that a true story? Sure. I'm going to go ahead and believe that. I believe that. Poll is a place of darkness. It is a place of darkness and terror. There is some funny shit on there. I'm not going to lie, though. But it's like, whoa. And, like, the racism on there isn't like Twitter racism. The racism on, like, Poll or, like, B-Board or anything like that is, like... I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm just saying it's like... Okay, guys, reel it in. And I'm saying that. I'm saying that, dude. So you know it's fucking bad. You know that's some bad shit. It's just like, whoa. Whoa. And again, if I'm saying that, that is some bad shit.
I mean, a lot. For starters, the hackers didn't even really hack into the app itself. All of the initial images and photo IDs were all publicly accessible through the website.
Couch surfing's like, I'll get the drink. Yeah, see, that was a threat. I was all like, hey, do you mind if I give 100 people your fucking phone number right now so you can... Yeah. That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Science URL. Wait, you could do that? That'd be me, but running an app.
Oh, she says, Jess always tells me about her Twitter fights, and she's fighting some bitch on honey. Post it in the comments right here. Post it in the comments. And then I want everybody watching this show just to dogpile this bitch. And just absolutely fucking... Because I think that would be hilarious. Yeah, she's fighting some fat bitch on Twitter. So, yeah. Do that. Drop the link, hun.
Through the .com? This was news to many users because in the...
Tejas, I wasn't talking to you.
user agreement, it stated that any photos uploaded during the verification process would be only temporarily stored before being deleted off the server.
When he says try Gab sometime just for fun, no. Because I have tried Gab, and it's not fun. Gab is boring. Gab is lame. No.
T-App scrambled to fix the issue and remove all DM features on the app to ensure that they wouldn't be leaked in the future. Though they tried their best, it was already too late, and all of the leaked images and information had spread far and wide across the internet. The original hackers who hacked...
See, that was the thing I was talking about. That was what I was talking about right there. That one picture. Hold on. It was right there. This is the picture I was talking about, and it is a dog party up in here. Can somebody find me this? And I won't even blur it out. Actually, could I get in trouble for that? Whatever. Find it and I'll do it.
Information had spread far and wide across the internet. The original hackers who hacked the data posted to a thread on 4chan. Threads would be taken down, but to preserve the images, the hackers would place the data into torrents and share it across the other online forums for the entire internet to access and download. The breach became such a problem that the FBI was...
Okay, everybody. All right, everybody. The link is in the chat right there. I'm going to go ahead and bring it on up, and I'm going to... Okay, so it's this bitch right here, I don't really know the context of it. Oh yes, she was telling me her husband is addicted to pornography, and she is mad about it because he doesn't want to have sex with her because. Would you? But go ahead. Go ahead and tell her like everything you need to tell her, and do I feel bad? No, not at all. No, you're gonna feel the wrath. That's what you're gonna feel.
Was eventually called in to conduct intense cyber.
She does. She looks malformed. Like what is? And this is after 2 kids. Jess has had 2 kids. It just looks a million times better than this woman. She looks rough. She looks pretty fucking rough. And like, yeah, if I was your husband, I'd be addicted to porn too. Because you're not taking care of yourself at all. And that's disrespectful to me. Obviously, I wouldn't put up with this. I would not. No, I wouldn't put up with that shit. No, if you come out fucking looking like that. Look, I doubt she was a banger in the beginning. I really doubt that. But like still, there's like an acceptable level of fall off as you get older, right? I'm not saying you have to be the same, like you look the same when you're like 20 and then after 2 good you look the same and shit, like 100%. But there is an acceptable level of fall off, and I feel like you're way past that arc. You are way past that arc, bitch. Unless he married you looking like that, you deeply disrespect this man. But if he married you looking like that, I disrespect him. Because you look fucking gross. You look stinky.
Investigations to find out who was responsible for the breach and why. When all the women on the app realized their private information had been shared, they took immediate action.
And she's not attacking me. She's dealing with Jess right now, and that's a mistake. That's a mistake, bitch.
Lawsuit against the T-App, citing their failure to properly secure and safeguard personal identifiable information. Quote, shortly after the date.
Couch says he's tried to kill himself, but he sucks too, so it didn't take. Wow. No. Okay, here's the thing. Don't kill yourself. Obviously, don't kill yourself. That's a bad thing. But if you try to kill yourself and then you fail, I cannot imagine a bigger loser than that. You can't even kill yourself? You can't even kill yourself? You're a man. You're supposed to be able to kill other people, and you can't even kill yourself? That's like the easiest person to kill. That's a person that's not fighting back. That is lame as shit. That is some weak sauce bullshit, dude. So, no, I don't. No. Like, no. No, I can't. I'm not saying you should at all, but I mean, like, come on. Fucking have some balls.
Data breach was announced. Internet users claimed to have mapped the locations of T's users based on metadata contained from the leaked images. Despite their initial goal on empowering women, T has actually put them at risk of serious harm. Once all of this information went viral, people began to make fun of the victims of the leak simply because they trusted the company with their information and IDs. Now, there are tons of posts mocking them as a form of...
Her whole page is just unhinged posts about how shitty her husband is. What is her fucking problem? Like her husband, right? Her husband doesn't pay attention to her because he's too busy watching porn. Well, that is an issue, and yeah, it sounds like you married a fucking weirdo, and then had his kids and stuff, and so you expect your kids not to grow up and like be addicted to porn too? You got a rough life ahead of you, bitch. That's all I'm saying. Like, it looks like it has been treating you well so far, but like, it doesn't sound like it's going to be getting better. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Why did I say that? I'm sorry.
Public. Oh, look how the mighty have fallen behind your golden veil of secrets. Now we see you. We see all of you.
Yeah, they posted their pictures.
Well, yeah, now it's just to be guys being like, oh, really? You're going to judge?
That's what they did.
That's what they did. That's what they do. Immediately after the breach came.
Yeah, she's talking mad shit on there. Even if it doesn't get brought up in court, her kids probably hear it all the time. Well, she's doing the stupid thing by bringing it to the internet. And then she's bringing it to us. And then she doesn't even realize, like what... I feel like this is a common theme in her life where she kind of like steps on landmines. Marrying her porn-addicted husband was her first landmine. I assume it might not have been her first, but it's one of many. The burger joint she frequents is another landmine. I'm just saying, it doesn't look like she consistently makes the best choices. And this is just another one. So I don't think we should feel bad at all for just ripping her a new one. I think we should absolutely dogpile her, and just for funsies. And this is the internet. You know, let's see if we can bully her into...
Came out.
That's
Someone
ridiculous.
who was associated with the leak created an online map with 13,000 users exact.
Fuck her, she tried to curse me. Is she a gypsy? She's not gypsy folk, is she? Is this Romanian? She could be Romanian, like a light-skinned Romanian. No. Mm-mm. Not on my watch. She tried to curse you.
Yeah, she said that she hopes Karma gets me.
Karma?
So,
Is Karma her black boyfriend? This chick she looks like she'd be into black guys.
Right. So there are certain posts that she talks about getting back out there and meeting a guy. So I wonder if there's already a guy, and that's why she's over here sexy posting. I didn't have to search for this.
This is sexy posting?
Honey.
This is sexy posting?
Honey.
Oh, look, I turn like this so my waddle, my neck waddle isn't so, it's not so waddly. Ew.
Zoom in.
Ew. Ew. Fucking hippie long stocking over here. She got a lot of hips. And she got no boobs, and she's like 45. That's a rough 45. Come on, dude. Like, there's 45-year-old chicks that look a million times better than this. This is just like years of maltreatment and like feeding yourself Starbucks lattes and just like absolutely just not giving a cold fuck. Not giving a cold fuck about, because, you know, you got your kids and stuff like that and your porn addicted husband. And so who cares about trying anymore? And now she's in that stage of life, which is probably a midlife crisis, where she's like, I need to get out there and get me some hot, spicy dick. And so she posts this online, and she'll get some takers. There are some animals out there. There are some animals out there that would absolutely knock the dust off this thing. But they're not going to be in a relationship with you. Yeah, go ahead. Tear her up.
Exact locations and across the world.
Yeah, I saw the image. It filled up America.
Carbon says men and their stupid
Hackers
small
were able to use this metadata
penises.
found in the leaked photos and find the exact locations of where the photos were taken and even what devices.
Dan Snot says, I know a woman who just turned 58. Looks great. Exactly. I've seen chicks in their 60s. Not even chicks. Women. Grown-ass women in their 60s that are like, my God, you are absolutely bangable. I mean, like, on a very real level. Like, you know, had I been single in, like, you know, very good. And it's impressive. I'm impressed by some of the chicks out there. Women. I don't want to say chicks. When you're 60 years old, you're not a chick anymore. You're a busty madame. So that's a whole different level. Were
used to take the pictures, exposing thousands of women's homes to creeps and predators.
Lost Tejas, this is not Google. He says octogenarian sluts, and I imagine he confused this with Google. This is not Google.
Online.
This is not Google.
Someone created a game called T-Spill, which showed 2 pictures of women exposed during the breach and had you rank which woman was more attractive. Thanks, Zuckerberg. Literally, they just saw the Social Network movie and they're just like, dude, we should totally do that. Each photo
Stop hunting for porn in my chat, Tejas.
had an ELO-based ranking system similar to those in many popular competitive games. The rank was
Chess. Did they rename the bishop yet? Is it the Moyle now? Is it the rabbi? Oh, you can't name the bishop. It's too Christian-y. It's the Moyle. They just cut the tip off. So, because you know how the bishop has that little same thing at the top. You just... Oh, my God, dude.
Was determined by how many clicks each photo received. The shaming continued. My friends, women were referred
I play chess. I think I'm okay at chess. I used to be very bad, but I played enough games to where I think I'm okay at it.
to as foids, or female humanoids, an insult term that originated on 4chan for the purpose of dehumanizing and objectifying women. This term was tied to another large feature to the game, which was the foid leaderboard that showed what pictures the players thought were the ugliest or the most attractive. Good God, bro.
That's fucked.
You know what's fucked up, though? I know the woman that was at the top of the prettiest.
Ugh. Ugh. That's a number one? That's the number one? Hold on, I'm sorry. This is the most attractive one there is? On the T app, this is the most attractive one. This looks like a 1986. A 1980s level 6. So back... Let me explain myself a little bit here. Back in the Dizzy, women were not as attractive as they are today. And if you go way back to like the 1800s, the 1700s, women were dogs. Just look up the most popular prostitute in like 1849 San Francisco. She's a lumberjack. So as women through the time, they get more attractive. This is just basic evolution. The prettier ones have more babies. So back in the 1980s, this would be a 6. It's not that great. There was much hotter women, obviously. That's why, and even a 6 is kind of being very generous. I'm being very generous. But a 2025, you're a, I gotta be fair here. A 3. I'm gonna give you a 3.
So they're just like, well, I mean, it's not that bad, I guess.
It's difficult because people always say like, oh, well, she's a Miami 2 and stuff, or she's a New York 1 or something like that. I don't do that. I don't do like, oh, she's an Ohio 9. I don't do that. I do the entire average. The entire average of the world. Okay? Because it's just, I don't want to fucking be like, oh, which, no. In general, throughout the planet, hold on. Throughout the planet, I don't even know. A 3. Throughout the planet, a 3. Maybe a 2.4.
However, who uses the app, we're not the only ones being mocked.
Get out.
CEO Sean Cook, who was responsible for the whole thing, was also under a lot of fire. Many thought it was ironic that a man was coding a dating app only for women.
It's not a dating app. It's a gossip app. There's no dating involved. It's a gossip app. And I like how you have pretty girls on the cover because it is lying. These chicks aren't on that app. They don't give a shit. They don't have to deal with that. This app is for people. I'm sorry, women. Women aren't people. That are mad and like angry and angsty and stuff like that and hate all men and just want, you know. So it's not a dating app. There's no dating. They're just judging men. And I'm not even saying that's wrong. I'm not even saying they're not allowed to do that. I'm just telling you what it is. They're being bitchy bitches. And I think they have a right to do that, but for you to expect that it's not going to get hacked and then all your information is going to spill out through all over the internet, that's dumb. You're stupid if you think that's not going to happen. You're really stupid.
And safety. A few people speculated that because the app required users to submit valuable biometric data, it may have received funding from even Mark Zuckerberg himself.
The Zuck man?
The Zuck. Who, I bet you anything, participated in the T-spill thing. Just like my college day.
No, I doubt that, but I bet he probably did fund it. Biometric data is worth a lot of money. Any data is the new oil, right? So any data you can scrounge up. It's like that Futurama episode where they just love data and they do anything to find more data. That's Mark Zuckerberg and his ilk these days. They just want more and more data because it's insanely valuable to them. And people just give it away for free. Like, your data to you isn't worth much, but millions of people, their data to a company is worth a lot of money. Millions and millions of dollars.
I bet you maybe he's the one who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Building his giant fucking bunker. Hey, is the end of the world happening? No.
No, I think that's just like a little shelter under, and it's like a basement.
little shelter. What are you worried about?
No.
I wonder why I'm not allowed to have ads. I'm not allowed ads tonight. They're not giving me the option for ads, which is kind of strange.
Just a passion.
Kind of strange.
You sure? Oh, yeah. Yep. These claims.
Carbon says it's funny how women have to hide their judgment. Just call me ugly and poor and bad at sex to my face so I can hit you. Well, that's probably why they want to hide that. They don't want to get socked in the face. But whatever. I mean, like, who gives a shit if some girl calls you ugly or fucking lame or a little dicked or something like that? Really, I mean, like, okay, I understand my experience is different than, like, a lot of people's experiences and stuff like that. But who gives a I don't care what women say. I don't care what women say about me or just things and their opinions on the world or, like, you know, their tastes in music. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. So it's kind of strange when other people get so butthurt about. I guess this is why I've never had a problem like talking to women. I don't have a problem talking to women because I don't care about you. I don't care what you think about me. I don't see how people do, but there are people out there who will like are afraid to talk to women because, you know, it's not the worst thing that she can say is no. The worst thing that she can say is like, oh, look, this guy tried to fuck me to her friends. I don't care. Tell your friends. I'll tell your friends. I'll be like, this bitch won't put out. And I heard she's a slut. And her friends will gobble that up. They'll gobble that up because they're all terrible. They're all terrible people. You just have to know to work the system. You just got to work the system. Okay? Do not be afraid to talk to women. The things they say don't matter.
I know outlandish at first, but when you realize the direction that social media is headed, this is becoming a regular issue online.
Carbon says, women be shopping. And then Renee says, LOL, you dick. Renee, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
In October of 23, the UK passed the Online Safety Act, which looked to keep children safe online. And to do this, Parliament introduced multiple new online crimes.
What happened to Manda? It says free Manda. I didn't ban Manda. Did somebody ban Manda? I didn't ban Manda. Why is Manda muted? I didn't mute Manda. Did somebody mute Manda? I did not.
Cyber flashing and epilepsy trolling. The controversial part of the act was its requirement for certain websites to force users to submit photo IDs or facial scans in order to
Renee's, you better not tell me I'm wrong.
access content.
Tejas says, tell him he's wrong. Tell him. No, don't tell me. Don't you tell me, because I will take that very personally.
Platforms like Reddit, Discord, Spotify, Blue Sky, and even Xbox all
Amanda, who muted you? I don't know. Who has the power to mute you? I don't even know. Renee's is a fucking mod. Jess is a mod. And those are the only two mods I have in the chat right now. It's just you two. So I didn't do it. If it was one of you two, then yeah, you did get muted. By who? That's weird. Yeah, I only have two mods in there, and it wasn't me. I didn't do it. So sorry. There's a mystery though.
Requires some form of biometrics, and the public is not happy about it. When I hear people be like, "We need a scan of your face," my ass thinks, I'm like, I feel like you're using my likeness for something.
Who muted Manda? Who actually has the power to do that? Besides me, Jess, and Renee's.
Thing somewhere else or whatever. It's one of those things where it's the impossible challenge of like trusting this company, even though you know like something is happening. It never win situation, I think, on both sides, both the user and the people trying to run it. And the U.S. is following suit with multiple states and
Ardenshire is a mod too, but he didn't do it.
Forcing new laws that require Face ID to access certain adult.
No, nobody's coming forward and saying it. Because they know I don't fucking like it when people... This is why I'm very careful about who I mod. Because I don't like it when people mod people. Especially if they're donating. And then no, that ain't... I didn't do it. Nobody here did it.
I mean, just this week, YouTube has begun to test AI age verification using scans of user faces.
Manda says, I'm the only one who fucking donates. Why would you mute me? Shut up, Manda. All right? I didn't donate. I didn't mute you. Nobody muted you. It might have just been a fucking software thing from Rumble. I didn't do it.
Rockstar Games is considering enforcing Face IDs to play GTA 6. As more and more companies turn to this new method of ID, people are slowly believing that both the US and the UK are going to turn into an Orwellian surveillance state. Since 2022, there have been hundreds of breaches with billions of people's precious data being stolen. And in 2025 alone, there have been 30 breaches with 16 billion credentials stolen. Only God knows what corporations and criminals are doing with
this. It was someone with a vendetta. Are you like starting a hunt to find who muted you? Manda, I promise you, it was probably just some weird Rumble fuck up. I didn't mute you, Jess didn't mute you, Ardenshire didn't mute you, and then Renee's didn't mute you. Those are the only people that have mod powers in my chat. In my chat currently. And I'm not making you a mod. I'm not making you a mod because you fight too much. You fight too much with people.
Don't care about you. They just want your personal data. You think that any of these they don't.
She says, Josh, shut the fuck up. Why? I'm telling you the truth. I'm being completely honest with you. I am not muting you. I promise you. Well, John did not do that. I did not do that.
They just don't care. And there will be probably a cataclysmic ending to all this. So at least we get K-pop. At least we get the new trailers for stuff.
I didn't unmute her until you confirmed it wasn't you, just to be clear. Yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
We get Skibbity Bite.
I would tell you. I would mute. I wouldn't mute you anyway because you do donate well. But if I did mute you, I would tell you before I muted you. I would be like, I'm muting you now.
We get that at least.
Way before.
If you do plan to hand over your IDs on social media platforms, just know that there will be more than just your friends looking at your pictures. And also, here's another thing too, dude. Keep gossip and shit between your friends. You could probably do like a server or Facebook group of people that you know, where then
I just assumed somebody in the chat was being a jerk, lol. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Yeah, if somebody's not coming forward and saying they muted you, then I don't think anybody muted you. And I only have a few mods on this channel anyway, so, and most of them are here.
It's just like, this happened, whatever, blah, blah. Have you, any of you heard of him? And even if they haven't, at least you can have a place to conversate. But doing it with so
John
many
of the technologically challenged. Look, Tejas, I'm going to level with you. And you might be surprised about this. Yeah, I am technologically retarded. I'm not good at any of this stuff. And I will lose my temper. I'll start like smashing things and stuff. And Jess will be like, stop, I can do it. And then she'll do it in like 2 seconds. I don't sign into accounts or anything. I just have Jess do it because I know I'm going to get way too frustrated.
Strangers and stuff, like a T-app kind of thing. It just feels a bit dastardly.
You never know
Doesn't
who's
it?
right either. Who's telling the truth?
Yeah, exactly. If you can't even trust the person you're talking to, then how can you even accept the information?
What did Ardenshire do? He's okay, whatever.
Back. I have no idea. And also, too, human beings are psychopaths, not just men.
Ardenshire basically runs this channel, Manda. He does everything for me. He fucking, like, he does all the thumbnails. He runs a lot. He does a lot of the Twitter. He does everything. So I'm just saying.
But also women too. Gotta fucking watch out, man. People are fucking.
She said, I said suck my clit. That's flirty. Oh, excuse me. You know, I don't get cadence coming in through the chat though. But ooh.
Crazy. And plus, you told me that Tinder is basically just like, it's just scams now. It's just bots.
Well, that's sad. How is that sad? Oh, look at Dan's not. There we go. I just noticed it was the 469th episode. Nice. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
90s where you could go into a coffee shop.
Yeah.
130 people here. That's pretty nice.
Clip to end this
A lot of
video.
people.
The way you meet your new future wife or husband should be like this.
Pumpkin spice latte, please. I want it freezing, though. Actually, I just want a regular coffee. Those white girl pumpkin spice lattes annoy me. I'm in love.
Shut your mouth. Pumpkin spice lattes slap, dude. I don't know what you're talking about, but you're wrong, bitch. Pumpkin spice
starting.
All right. Tejas, you sent me a video that I wanted to watch. And where did it go? What was it, Tejas? Somebody sent me a video. And I was like, we'll watch it later. Here, let's see if I can go back and find it. Was it Onias? Oneius? God, dude. Hold on. Because I must have erased it or something. I'll find it. Hold on. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it was Aeneas. I can. No, this wasn't it. There we go. Yeah, Amanda, somebody muted you. I don't know who it was. It wasn't me.
When some of the smartest men in the world realized that their work on the atomic bomb was to be immediately demonstrated on hundreds of thousands of Japanese citizens, dozens
They're
of
like based.
Manhattan Project scientists stepped back from the brink they helped create.
Is that what they said? I don't know.
And signed a petition to the then American president. However, the petition was never circulated at Oppenheimer's Los Alamos.
Carbon says they are pretty good. They just went wild with the pumpkin spice shit. Well, it's because white women love pumpkin spice. They wear their Han Solo outfits, you know, with the vest and the boots and stuff like that. And they're like, they drink pumpkin spice. Trust me, I love it too. I don't care what you call me. Call me gay. Call me whatever. You know, oh, you like pumpkin spice latte? You little homo. You little queer and stuff like that. And I sip it. I'm like, yeah, I do. I'll beat your ass though. Come on, I will fucking beat your ass. So I can like pumpkin spice lattes.
And President Truman never saw it. Quote, "The things we are working on are so terrible."
Amanda says, you also love me, right, Jess? Just tell her you do, honey.
That no amount of protesting or fiddling with politics will save our souls. There has been a tension between the use of nuclear knowledge ever since. We willingly created a new existential risk because we thought we could control it.
Aeneas, bro, what is this?
We're now standing on a new precipice. With the advent of synthetic biology, the technical ability to design and or redesign biological systems, some scientists are once again warning that we might manifest a new existential.
Couch Turfing says he does love PSL LMAO. That makes me angrier than just saying pumpkin spice lattes. You actually say PSL. Like, it's like, you have to say it so much you call it PSL.
Threat.
And now I'm going to start doing it. I'll be like, honey, can you get me a PSL?
Something that should never be created. They are talking about the literal...
Meta says PSL is not my jam, but it's okay. Now it's going. Now it's a thing. Now we're all PSL. We're the PSL gang.
Literal opposite of earthly organisms. Mirror life.
Let's make some chimeras and shit.
The most popular picture of life's...
Cat girls. We're making cat girls, right? Like Elon Musk said, we're making sexy cat girls, and then I'm just going to have a bunch of cat girls running around, pissing in my fucking dirty clothes and stuff. And then I'll be like, oh, that's not the worst. That's not the worst thing.
Origin looks something like this.
Normal cat piss stinks, and girl piss stinks. But, like, somehow together, it's my PSL.
Earth, billions of years ago, was very different. There was no oxygen in the atmosphere. Magma oceans.
This is a weird thing to end on. It's just a weird thing to end on.
Bombardment. It was in this hellscape where the first building blocks of life, like amino acids, had enough time.
Carbon says, where's my cat girl, Elon? You have to pay for it. You have to pay for the cat girl. And I kind of doubt they're cheaper than... Well, hold on. Are they going to be cheaper than real women? Because my God, if I tallied up everything I spent on Jess, it would be... I don't want to say how much. It would be a lot of money. It would be... Like, if I told you guys how much I spent on Jess, you guys would be like, what the fuck? It is... Like, women are expensive as fuck, dude. So they would have to be cheaper. They would have to be cheaper.
Them to come together. We don't know what the first spark was.
Someone removed her messages? Someone muted her again? I don't know what's going on. Here, let me look. If somebody's muting her and then like not telling me about it, they're gonna get in trouble. But like, what the fuck, dude? That's not cool. I might have to know that. So unmute her, and then I'm gonna have to do a mod wipe, because then somebody's fucking around. She says one of your tribe blocked me. She didn't say it like that. She was very rude. Amanda, I'm gonna do Well, I'm like, who could be doing it? Hold on, I'm sorry. You guys listen to this.
Lightning strike, deep sea vents, or just luck. But eventually those building blocks started to self-replicate inside the primordial soup. Then they enclosed themselves in layers of other molecules. Then came metabolism. It was here where evolution decided that ribo and deoxy...
Okay. So... Oh, I know who it is. Okay. I know exactly who it is. It's despite what you've heard. All right. You're losing your mod. All right. You lost your mod.
See ribonucleic acid.
Despite you lost your mod. Because you're not fucking telling me. Despite you lost your mod. Because you fucking not telling me.
We're going to be the blueprints. Fast forward 3.
That's okay.
And you're watching this video.
It's not Mersh. It's not Mersh. Mersh isn't in here. But Mersh is a mod. Okay, fine. I'll fucking remove Mersh as a mod. I don't care. There. I removed him too. Now it's Renee's Forest Mommy, Ray Ray, Ardent, Goofy, Mr. Blue, and Couch Turfing. Mr. Blue's not even here. I'll remove Mr. Blue too. Mr. Blue's never here.
This is, of course, a grand simplification of uncountable atomic interactions over an unthinkable amount of time.
Okay, now it's 6 people.
DNA didn't just appear. There were likely innumerable iterations of acids and bases that didn't work.
I would most definitely admit it. Okay, that's what Despite says. Goofy, I know, but Goofy's a nice guy. No, and Goofy is here. He's here pretty regularly, actually.
Not just different molecules, but even different shapes of the same molecules. Imagine a simple sphere. If you take its mirror image, it's exactly the same. The two can be superposed.
Whatever. I don't even need that many mods. So now we have 6 mods left. And Ray Ray's never here. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm gonna leave those. I'm gonna leave those.
The mirror image of your left hand is your right hand. They cannot be placed over each other like the spheres can.
I don't know who keeps banning you, but if Despite says he's not banning you, then he just says he's not banning you. If it was me, I would have happened more often and sooner. I believe you, Despite. I don't know who's coming from.
This is called chirality, a property of asymmetry important to any.
That's weird. Why don't you fucking tell me who's? Well, it doesn't matter.
Field of science that.
Do you have a problem with Goofy, Manda? Manda, why are you having issues with people? Why do you go around having issues with people? This wouldn't be a problem if you didn't have issues with
deals
people.
With atoms, molecules, and other particles. It's important in the
Why does
understanding
Rumble
of life
not have
itself
mod logs? Because Rumble kind of sucks. Rumble kind of sucks, and it doesn't tell me who is banning who and shit like that. So now Renee's, Forest Mommy, Ray Ray, Ardenshire, Goofy Boots, and Couch. Those are the 6 people. And I guess I could remove Ray Ray and Forest Mommy. Yeah, I'll remove Ray Ray and Forest Mommy. I mean, I'm cool with them. 4 people. There, 4 people.
It's blueprints and construction materials.
I haven't had problems lately anyway, so 4 people as mods. That's why I'm keeping with that.
DNA and proteins are chiral. DNA is made from right-handed nucleotides.
You are a problem, Amanda. You cause problems.
And proteins are made from left-handed amino acids.
Pamunky says it's a whodunit. It is a whodunit. It is a whodunit. We can play Clue 2025 and make a game out of it. Well, it doesn't matter. I got rid of most people.
What mirror life would be then is life.
I don't even know what this is about.
From molecules of the opposite kind.
I don't even know what this is about. I'm trying to solve a mystery over here. And like, you know, the whodunit of the Sulk stream and stuff. But it doesn't matter. We're out of time anyway. And our mod list has specifically for you, Amanda. Specifically because somebody was banning you, I got rid of basically all but 4 of my mods. Okay? Because I don't know. I don't know who it's coming from. If it was coming from Mersh, then he's gone. But like, I kind of doubt it was, but maybe it was. Maybe Mersh is going to hit me up and be like, yo, it was me. And then I'll be like, LOL, that's pretty funny. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the donos. I appreciate it. 152 people. That's good. Good numbers. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a good night and stay strong and be cool and shit like that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys learned something. And, you know, I hope you guys get out there and make the best of yourselves and represent me good. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow night at the same time, same place. You know, the whole spiel, the whole story. Until then, drink a lot of water, Get a good night's sleep and take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fist growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, but Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.
Where the fuck is that coming from?